Cam, remember, no base. Cam, you can't give up baseline over there. Kyrie right there on the block. Right. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You want to open up more.
Like this one?
Yeah, because you want to see, you want to not lose sight of me. So you want to ball, same thing, ball you man.
This pass takes a while to get here. You know what I mean? Especially high school kids. You can't
And you can go, you can take it to the house on that.
And first time out here for the Wolves, and something that I thought that was important to highlight as the Bulldogs are in the huddle is Coach Gifford. He's super close to 500 wins, which is crazy. 13 wins from 500. Jordan, what does that mean to Coach Gifford and this team?
Yeah, it just goes to show how incredible a career he's had. He's been coaching since, I believe, the 90s, and he's won 4 state titles in that time.
Green to Brown. Back outside to Perkins. Perkins for 3. Bang!
Sure, it's been a tough season, a real tough season. A lot of new fresh faces. They lost 4 out of the 5 starters.
And the coach.
And the coach, yeah. So it's a growing season.
It's a new start here for sure.
So when I took over, I was playing like a ridiculous schedule, and I'm playing it with not one kid who had played varsity basketball before.
And because it's me, you know, there's going to be a lot of people out there that want to kick my butt. We only won 3 or 4 games.
So that first year was like, it was very difficult to say the least.
I wasn't sure I was ready to start over.
Southfield Christian Academy beats the Holbrook Bulldogs 72-49 here on senior night. One-sided affair here in this game.
Rich and I go back to my first year 17 years ago. Rich eventually left Avon, and then he went to coach at Holbrook. And we had some great battles right from the start. Some of the best plays we've ever had at both programs. And we both have a mutual respect for one another. There aren't too many people who have 500 wins in basketball and 4 state championships like Rich does. And he's also in the Hall of Fame for baseball, so he's doing something right.
Yes, they're confident, but they've realized they can never underestimate their opponents. Yeah, well, one thing's for sure, other teams don't enjoy playing the Panthers.
First game we went to Avon, 10 seconds left. So I took the board, drew the play up, and it was Elijah, I don't know if you remember Elijah Robinson, big tall kid. Shoots the ball, buzzer goes off, the ball's on the rim, down 1. Ball goes through the rim. So I turn around, and all the kids are diving on the Panther, and I said to myself, we didn't win a state championship. And then it all clicked in. They had never beaten Avon before.
He said, yeah, sure. Here we go, ready. I'm gonna go turn another program around. Kyrie LaPlanche came, Jeremiah King came, Danny Correa, he had become a really good player. And that was, I think that was the first year we won the league. That group there, they got us going. You know, they were one that really started the thing going, and then it just kept going. All of a sudden, we start winning, and we start getting some 1,000-point scorers, and people knew that we were good, and they had to come to play to beat us. And the kids, you know, they're just buying in more, you know, and so it gives them a sense that I tell them all the time, especially the last 3 or 4 years, this is your team. All I do is coach it.
Screen down. Screen away. Screen down, Antole. Right here, Antole.
How do you feel when, like, the first thing people think is like, oh, you know, you want to Avon because you got all these kids, right? Like you've got all the best of the best, and whatever. The guys would think you recruited even though you didn't. Nobody wants to play you because they know who you are, but the kids that are here don't really understand that. You've done it the right way twice. Like, how does it feel to build a program this way and have the same kind of success here that you did there, knowing that there are so many people that are like, you know, that was just one.
Yeah, I mean, it's very satisfying, obviously, extremely. But what the people before didn't understand is we just didn't do it for a 4 or 5 year period. You know, we did it for a long time. Went through a lot of players. You know, I have 50-year-old basketball players, and I'm still coaching 14 to 15, 16-year-old kids.
The anticipation grows. You know that Gifford coached at Avon for almost 30 years before coming to Holbrook. The clock continues to wind down. It's a new gym, but that doesn't matter. The same old Bulldogs have beaten Avon once again. They're back in the win column.
And now, Chuck, we have a very good roster of Bulldogs here for the boys.
Very good roster.
Team.
I mean, you know, coming last year, they weren't really in a spot where they wanted to be. Trying to figure out where we can be with a lot of guys that graduated. Also, it was a down year for Gifford. Hasn't lost that many games in his career in one season. So it's great to have a lot better, competitive, more skillful team coming into this year as we are now ready for the tip-off.
If I remember, you guys would have been. Did you have to cancel games, or was the season?
We only played, and that's kind of hurt Owen, and it's hurt Alan. I think Alan was in the 7th grade. We played 11 games.
The COVID year.
Yeah, the COVID year.
And they had to wear masks. And
yeah, hurt their point totals. They lost 9 games out of a career. I mean, you're averaging. I mean, Owen back then was probably averaging close to 20 a game. You know, it's 180 points. That puts him a lot higher on that banner than Allen probably would now be at 1,800 or 1,900 points. He'd be a shoo-in for 2,000. And on top of that, you know, it was just a different practice. You know, it's like you weren't getting as much out of practice back then.
Gifford knows how to coach a great team. He brought these kids together. They're playing up to potential. They're bringing the defense. They're bringing the heat on offense. Armani Perkins has just exploded into this offense, completely emerged as one of the top stars. They look like a great team for the future. Coming up for next game, coming up for the game after that, the Bulldogs are set at 4-0 to have a great season, to compete against their potential.
Yeah, they just were together for so long, worked so hard. And the good part about them, because I really believe in this, you've got to learn to accept the role. Everybody's not going to be taking shots. Everybody's not going to be getting the same amount of touches. In that group, they all kind of learned their roles. Armani and Owen were the big scorers. Alan was the point guard. Malachi, I don't know how he did it, but he was almost as good a defensive player as I've ever coached. And then finally, Marquise went from being a very ordinary defensive player as a junior to actually being a lockdown defender.
Welcome back to Off the Court. I'm Jordan Chaffee, and today we have an exclusive interview with Coach Gifford. Coach, thank you for taking your time out.
Anytime for Coat Blue, anytime.
Yep, I appreciate it so much. So I just want to jump right into it. I know you got things to do, but let's just start with I just want to kind of get a feel for your team. You guys just made it to the Elite Eight, and I just want to ask you, how does this team compare to the teams you had in the past? I know you had some great teams in the 90s and things like that. And
yeah, I try not to compare. You know, it's that's past.
Yeah.
Future's now, and This is obviously, without a doubt, the best team I've ever coached at Holbrook. The other night, Tuesday night, was the best win I've ever had for Holbrook. You know, considering that 91 teams started in Division 5, hoping they were going to make the state tournament.
Yep.
50-something made the state tournament. Now it's down to 8 out of the 50-something that made it.
Yeah.
And West Bridgewater got beat last night, so we're the only Mayflower League team still in the state tournament.
All right, Coach Gifford, thank you for your time. I really
Anytime,
appreciate
Jordan.
it.
Anytime.
Greens two. The problem is Cam ends up on the ball. Cam ends up on the ball, and we don't have any corner coverage. I wasn't sure I was ready to start over, and I did. And you know, last year we went as far as any Holbrook team's ever gone, and Final Four out of 91 teams.
19 seconds left. The Bulldogs are moving on to the Final Four round at a neutral location as they beat the Mountain Greylock Mounties 75-60. An incredible season continues. The Bulldogs 75, the Mounties 60. This has been a great year, and the Bulldogs will continue it. We're under a minute here. Bulldogs 66, the Wildcats 43. Jordan, big night.
Big night.
499 wins for Coach Gifford. We're getting there. I mean, the game's not over. It's kind of over. Friday night, the Bulldogs take on Boston Latin. The 500th win is on the table, and it's sitting pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a presentation between the Holbrook Bulldogs and the Boston Latin Academy Dragons. Head coach Gifford of the Holbrook Bulldogs is looking to capture his 500th career win on February 9th, 2024. And this isn't an easy one. Boston Latin Academy currently 11-5. They're in Division 2, and these Bulldogs need to take a step up as Coach Gifford is looking to attain his 500th career win.
Well, we can run 12. You want to run 12? Call out 12. That's fine. I don't have to make every decision on this team. You know what I mean? Like I told him, he has more input than any player I've ever coached. On 3-win. 1, 2, 3, win.
We get started, and Maslin wins it off of one hand, and not a high IQ situation for Maslin to begin the game. For two, over Campbell, an easy two-point play for Prem Imparo. Perkins down the floor. Perkins, Dingle, corner, Dingle, bank it in! Dakari Dingle finds three. Brown, top of the key, trying to get around Wilder Works. He's still on top of him, hands it off, finds Perkins. Perkins sets up, Maslin sets the screen. Perkins, top of the key, Perkins, bank it in! Armani Perkins!
With the step back, smooth as butter, Armani Perkins drains that three, giving the Bulldogs a 3-point lead.
Dragons down the floor, offensively looking to stay in transition and do a good job. Step back three, bank it in! Fernandez on fire. Bulldogs are looking to score. It's been a couple of duds in possession. It's gonna bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Boston Latin Academy Dragons up 20 to the Bulldogs 13 as Coach Gifford is looking to capture his 500th career win.
I know. You don't see me panicking.
It was a slow quarter to begin with, but Boston Latin Academy coming away with a solid performance in the first half. Down the floor, and Brown gets a handed. Francisco Bailey is going to head to the line for the Dragons. Olento. Brown gets the steal, finds Perkins. Perkins for two, off the glass.
Another steal, now they're making it attractive.
Dingle turns it over. Fernandez gets another look. No travel called. Fernandez outside. Bailey three. Off the iron. And a tip in there.
Question. That wasn't travel? I thought it did, so we can. I thought it did, so we agree to disagree. That's all. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
So
what's happening?
They're setting a screen. Not the big 23. They're like, he's setting a screen on the block.
Okay.
So by the time it goes to the corner, I'm fighting the screen.
Then you got to make sure. Just go below and get out. That's all. We're gonna play green. You have to get the corners.
Looks to drive. Dingle for two. Dingle bag work.
Dingle's been doing a pretty solid job on the offensive end. That's another basket cutting the Boston Latin lead down to 2.
Surveys, bounce pass, finds Perkins. Perkins takes it. Perkins 2 and 1. Armani Perkins. He finds it.
That's how you do it there. That might be the big play the Bulldogs needed.
Kakari, take it out. Holmes. Amadi.
See if they get a shot off of it. That's enough time for a quick little flick of the wrist. So let's see if the Bulldogs can pull that off.
Brown takes it. Brown almost hits the 3. It's going to bring us to the end of the first half. The Bulldogs 33, Boston Latin Academy Dragons 31.
You okay? Yeah. Good job staying out of foul trouble. Okay, Odins, when we're in green, I want you to just cover the big guy. Don't worry about anything else.
Don't cut.
No, just stay in the middle. Make sure you're playing behind him when the shot goes up. He needs to get boxed. The switch is open. Takari, when we go to you on the wing, when we do the switch, Armani's wide open with the bounce pass.
Don't like stare at me, but
Yeah. No, cut down a little and we'll battle back up 2. You know, so you guys are tough. We're not going to give up. On 3 win, let's go. Let's have a big second half on 3 win. 1, 2, 3 win. Let's go. Let's go again. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bulldogs basketball. Perkins outside, back to Brown. Brown back to Perkins. Perkins doesn't take it on the jab. Back to Brown. Brown transition, takes it to Dingle. Dingle in the corner. He goes around 1. Dingle drives. Dingle too much on it. Off the hands, and Amparo can't seem to corral it. Maslin was looking to get 2, but he's to the floor on a foul. He's going to head to the line. And Boston Latin Academy, they came out of the locker room with immense energy, and it continues here. They're making their shots. They're playing with confidence. Bulldogs looking to possibly fold under the pressure. Their body language isn't looking great either on the floor. Always a close call. Dingle's had trouble with the ball and placement, keeping it in his hands. Brown finds it off the tip to Perkins. 3, Perkins rims out. Brown retains. Brown, Campbell between the rings. It doesn't fall. 3 misses. And a travel called.
Hey, just knock down the next one. That's all. Bury the next one. All good looks. Keep playing.
Pass it. Wilder works. Doesn't take it corner. Bailey. That's an easy 3, an easy look, and an easy make.
Good answer. Very good answer there.
Okay, let's go. On 3 win. 1, 2, 3 win. Come on. It's only 7. Only 7. Let's go.
Head coach Gifford's looking to secure 500 career wins. We're joined here by Jordan Chaffee and our athletic director, Benjamin Kistner. Amparo blocked! Maslin finds it, and another great find. Perkins down the floor, Perkins, and 1! Armani Perkins!
Just like that, I mean, what a block there from Maslin. And Paul's really had his way all night. Maslin with a huge block. Perkins did a great job running the floor there. Gets and 1.
You want to stay in the railing? Hey, KJ, go in for him. We're fine. He's not talking like that on my bench. You go high post, okay? And look wing, okay? I'll look low. On 3 win. 1, 2, 3 win.
Brown drives baseline. Brown takes it. Brown makes it. A run needs to happen.
Absolutely. I mean, this is still a very close game. Still a lot of time left on the clock, but Holbrook just needs something just like that. Allen Brown with a tough corner 3, and they just needed something to get their rhythm up, their momentum up, and that was a big shot there from Allen Brown.
He misses it. Amparo!
Offensive rebounds lead to second chance opportunities. That's how you continue to keep your run.
And Coach Gifford secure 500 wins. We'll be right back after this quick break.
We're down 12. Got to take a shot with something.
Going into this, you have all the energy and potential of securing Coach Gifford's 500th win, and that comes with a lot of anxiety. Minute 45 here in the 4th, the Bulldogs down by a lot here.
You can see the desperation from the Bulldogs at this point.
Unfortunately, it makes a difference how many we lose by, if we're going to lose, okay? So we got to keep battling. Keep pushing the ball. Get it under 10, get it under 8, get it under 6.
Across the floor, Campbell inside. Back over. Fernandez, corner, he's been chicken.
Oh, man.
That brings us to the end of the game. Boston Latin 78, Holbrook Bulldogs 68. Monday, the possibility also comes back against Boston Collegiate, those Hurricanes. It's going to be the end of the game here. Jordan Chaffee, Ben Kistner, Chuck Luarasi. We'll see you on Monday with a potential 500th career win for Coach Gifford.
Thank you, Kim. Kim, come here. You can't be swearing on the bench. You know what I mean? Right?
That was on me.
Yep. Good job. Good job. The carry. Good job. Stinks losing, but it's not from lack of effort. Good job. I know. 5:30 Monday. Amani, I know we killed this team last time, but we've got to come ready to play. Right, Monday, right? Let's get this 500 and get it over, past, so we can just move on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bulldogs basketball. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Chuck Luarasi, joined here by Jordan Chaffee live on Holbrook Community Access and Media. Jordan, big game tonight. Head coach Gifford's looking to capture his 500th win.
Unfortunately, they lost last Friday, but back here today, it's time for redemption for these Bulldogs.
Let's go. 3-1.
Three, coach. Bring it in.
1, 2, 3.
Coach.
Here we go. I think those are mine too, but those might be theirs. Huh?
Starters? No. I'm not playing the rest of the game.
47-12 camp. You better hope they start burying every three they take if you want to get back in.
That's going to be the end of it. And there it is. Coach Gifford wins his 500th career game. Unbelievable moment. Coach Gifford, 500 career wins. Wow. Coach Gifford takes it home. Unbelievable milestone. One of the most important wins in Holbrook Bulldogs history, and a historic coach. Emotional at the sight of his 500th career win. He puts it up around his players. Alan Brown holds it. Coach Gifford, 500 career wins. He thought it was crazy at 400. They thought he couldn't do 450.
He's not done.
And they told him, try 500. Head coach Richard Gifford has won his 500th career game. It's a historic moment and such a historic time for Holbrook Bulldogs basketball. It's been a long time coming. Coach Gifford, a legend, and one that will forever be set in stone as a 500 win coach.
I got one of these for 400.
Huh?
I have the same one for 400.
With the other ones.
Yeah.
The number's different, right?
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
One was 400, one was 500. If you coach, they keep score. And so if they keep score, you do your best to try to win.
So I emailed him, hi Coach Vaughn, we're looking to follow up and finalize our documentary on Coach Gifford. I don't know if you do anything for coaches when they hit the 500 mark. If you do, it might be great to get some footage to add to our project as well. He replied, if you have 500 wins, you are auto-selected to the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Pretty black and white to me, sir, that
Wow.
you might be heading to the Hall of Fame.
Unbelievable.
You believe it or no?
Yeah, I do. I mean, the guy wouldn't have told you that you're automatically in the you're automatically in if you get 500.
Doesn't say anything about divisions, and I'm pretty sure he would know who Coach Gifford is.
I would hope so, but you never know. I'm a Division 5 guy. I'm not Division 1 and 2, so.
Yeah, but you're also you've been around long enough. I think people know your name.
Yeah.
But 500's 500.
Oh, I not only 503, but 203. So that's more of a important stat for me. So, it wasn't 500 with 400. So, and I did it at 2 different schools. Thank you very much,
Coach.
Yeah, have a good summer.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
On behalf of the NBCA Executive Board, I would like to welcome you to our annual Hall of Fame Awards banquet.
Coach Gifford, despite his permanent scowl, you can smile today, Coach. He's a consummate players coach. Players who play for him love him. They absolutely love him. I think they're a little intimidated by him at first, but once they get to know him, they realize he's a true players coach. He plays a up-tempo, high-paced, fast-break offense that kids love to play. The wins and losses are not what's important in high school basketball. And God knows you had a ton of wins and not that many losses, and you had great success. But I think the number one thing I could say about you as a coach is the impact you have on your players is really felt by me. I've been coaching with you for 8 years now, or I'll be about to start our 8th year. And I know there's a lot of people who have told me they wouldn't have graduated high school without Coach Gifford.
Coach Richard Gifford from Holbrook High School. With an impressive 32-year career coaching at Holbrook and Avon High Schools, Coach Richard Gifford has become a respected figure in Massachusetts high school basketball. Reaching the milestone of over 500 wins speaks to his commitment to excellence. Coach Gifford's teams have achieved remarkable success, winning 13 Mayflower League championships, 6 South Sectional championships, 4 Eastern Mass state championships in Division IV. His programs have consistently performed on the state level with 25 state tournament appearances, 2 Division IV Eastern Mass State Championship finalist titles, and a recent Final Four appearance in the 2023 Division V tournament. Coach Gifford's legacy goes beyond his wins. He has positively impacted the lives of countless athletes, helped them grow both on and off the court. His dedication, leadership, and passion for the game make him a deserving inductee into the NBCA Hall of Fame.
I'm probably a much nicer coach to play for now than I was back at Avon. It's part of his coaching for 46 years, and part of his, understanding your kids. It's kind of neat to be the only one in both basketball and baseball, so it's kind of a neat achievement. Plus, I've won 300 more games than I've lost. It's like 70 something, high 70s. Lately been saying it's like you've had a second career, and that's what Holbrook's been to me. Holbrook's, like I've said, I hope I haven't understated how much I totally enjoy coaching. I only wear blue now, so it's, I'm proud to be the Holbrook boys basketball coach, very proud. It's very important to me.
So we got a blood transfusion from orange blood to blue blood.
To blue blood, yeah.